Today we're learning about dot plots. So you'll need these notes, but the first thing you need to do is go to the YouTube video that's posted there, and you're going to watch this line plots video. That's the first thing. Once you finish that, come back and we'll start taking our notes. So we're going to discuss line plots. So line plots or dot plots, they're the same thing. So when you were younger, you've worked with these before. So one way to give a picture of data is to make a dot plot. A dot plot is a visual display of a distribution of data values where each data value is shown as a dot or other mark. A dot plot is also known as a line plot. So you might see both of those words mixed together because they're the same thing. So here's an example. Students in one class recorded how many first cousins each student had. Here are the results. So number of first cousins, and then there's all the numbers that each of them have. It says draw and label a number line that includes the least and greatest data values. Place as many dots above each number as there are responses for each number. So what we'll do is I like to make a tally of how many of each numbers we have. That's one way you can do it. So you can put like, we have how many 1s, 2s, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So each time I get, find a number, so there's 1, 6, a 5, a 1, 7, and so on. Okay, so I put a tally mark for each time I saw a number. And remember that you make 4 lines and one going through that, and that's a group of 5. That's how we do a tally. So now it says draw a number line and label the number line that includes the least and greatest data values. Draw a number line. It has to include the least and greatest. So this goes from 1 to 7. Make mine a little longer. This is 7. So then it says place as many dots above each number line as there are responses for that number. So you can put X's, you can put dots, however you want to do it. So we have 2 1s. We have 1 3, 5 4s, 6 5s, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I should have moved that table. 4 6s, 1 2 3 4, and then 3 7s. Or you could have just, without doing this part, the first with the tally, you could have just done a line, a dot for each number. Either way works. Now let's do this one together. It says, for next month, the 5th graders kept a record of how many times they called one of their first cousins on the phone. Here are the results. So there's some numbers. So record the results in the dot plot below. So 2, okay, so that is my dot plot. And we could see what we have the most of. We could see that our spread is that we have a gap right here for 5. We could see that the tail end, so it's skewed left. I'm sorry, skewed right because the tail is over here. It's skewed right. So we can gather some information from there. It says how many students made at least one phone call to a first cousin. So that means at least. It can be greater than or equal to 1. So we want to see the at least. Remember that phrase means greater than or equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Your answer is 19. I'm sorry if you didn't see that, I was counting. So I counted 19. Now determine the mean, median, mode, range, and any outliers in the dot plot. Okay, so we have to do the median. Oh, we don't need to do the mean, I'm sorry, the median. The way that we can do the median, let's do the easier one first, the mode. So remember, this is the most. Median is your middle. Range is greatest minus least, and your outlier is one that's outside of the data. So the mode, the one that's there the most is 2. The middle, I'm going to just keep crossing off from one side to the other. This might get tricky. Left, right. So it is also 2. Your middle is 2. And then your range is your greatest minus least. So it'll be 6 minus 0, which is 6. And an outlier would be 6 because it's by itself. So that's a dot plot, and that's some information we can gather from a dot plot. When you're finished with your notes here, here's a screenshot of the notes. Pause if you need to. When you're finished with that, we're going to fold it, glue it into our notebooks, and it'll be after your measures of spread notes. So I have that glued in right here. And then my table of contents should look like this. Pause if you need to. Okay, once you're finished with that, you're going to work on this page. If you need help, please use your notes to help you. You're going to create your dot plot and then find the median, mode, range, and outliers. If you forget what those are, use your notes. And that's all. If you finish early, there's also something else you can work on, so you have that assignment as well.